My name is Steve Mcshane, and I'm running for Monterey County Supervisor. You see, I'm a City Councilman in Salinas, and I wanted to take an opportunity via Facebook Live to really drive home the importance that experience counts when it comes to local elected office. And the 14 years of combined elected office that I've held will really make a difference on the County Board of Supervisors. You see, as a council member, we have to prepare each meeting by reading a very lengthy packet. We pass a budget each year, hundreds of millions of dollars of public funds that go towards infrastructure, sidewalks, streets, but also things like fire, police, parks, just keeping city and local government functioning. You know, one of the other things that I think is important as well is the other boards that we are assigned to. So there's 6 council members in Salinas, plus the mayor, and there's a dozen or more different boards that are regional in nature, whether they're countywide or just a group of cities or even multi-counties that have come together under a JPA, a Joint Powers Authority, to address things like air quality or transportation and housing and such. So I wanted to highlight some of those boards that I've sat on and some of the things that I've been able to get done as a council member. First and foremost, I would say one of the boards I've spent a lot of time on, 10 years, is the Monterey Bay Air Resources District. This is a district that represents San Benito, Monterey, and Santa Cruz counties. I'm actually in my 3rd time as chair of the board. And I'm very excited to report that we've really done some great things. First and foremost, it's a board that's worked really well with local business, that is farming, wine, hospitality, even small businesses like filling stations and dry cleaners, to make sure that folks are in compliance and mindful of emissions so that our wonderful air quality is preserved. But some really cool projects I've been involved in. Greater social, greater outreach so people understand what the air district is and does, but more impressively, electrification of our transportation network. You see, transportation is responsible for 60 or even 70% of our air emissions. And so by going towards electrification, we don't have those emissions. We've helped with EV charging stations and various grants to help people get into an electric vehicle. Sometimes they can be quite costly. So having a local incentive program that we got off the ground and I had a role in, we've been able to really increase the number of EVs out on the road. We're also excited to report that we've helped with electric buses. I'll say that I've organized 3 electric vehicle test drives, 1 in Seaside and 2 in Salinas, where people were able to test drive an electric vehicle. Now, the Air District is just one assignment that I've had. Another assignment has been the Association of Monterey Bay Area Governments. This organization is also tri-county in nature, and currently I chair the Association of Monterey Bay Area Governments. Largely, our charge is to aid with planning as it relates to housing and jobs balance. But we've also taken time to study things like freight transportation along the Highway 101 corridor, or more importantly, compliance with state or federal planning documents as it relates to jobs, housing, the environment, and transportation for the Tri-County area. I know it doesn't sound really super sexy or anything like that, but somebody needs to be there. And I can't tell you how much I love it and how much I feel like I've made a real impact on representing small business, representing an important balance to keep where we live beautiful, but to be able to also aid in higher incomes and jobs that can allow people to really afford to live along the Central Coast. I also sit on the California Vanpool Authority. This is a 14-county JPA. What we do is we provide carpooling vans to industry, to people. We saved 9 million road miles in 2019. So these are van pools that go to Silicon Valley or to various large employers. A big impact is actually through our farming industries. So when you see white vans with cow vans on the side, those are vans that are helping carpool people out to the fields or to their places of employment. Again, sparing the air. I'm also very excited about an agency called Monterey Bay Community Power. I was one of the founding members and I've served as vice chair since it got off the ground. I'm on the executive committee. I'm also on the risk management committee. There's a bunch of other committees. I won't bother you with it, but bottom line is we are providing clean, green, and carbon-free energy to the Central Coast. In fact, it's grown to 5 counties now with more than 30 cities involved, where we're pricing our energy below PG&E. In fact, in the coming year, we're setting a 5 or maybe even a 7% rebate to customers that are part of what is now known as Central Coast Clean Energy. Very, very exciting. Another board that I'm involved in is Community Human Services. This is a JPA that focuses on, well, various social services, but 3 in particular: homelessness, addiction, and mental health. We actually have aided with runaway youth in Monterey and on the peninsula, opening up Safe Place in Monterey, but the same with street outreach for runaway youth and homeless youth on the streets of Salinas. I'm very proud that we've teamed with a Gathering for Women to open up a shelter off of Olympia and Seaside. Very, very exciting project. This is an important JPA that's providing tons of services to the community. One other board that I sit on is the Salinas Valley Groundwater Sustainability Agency. This is a state-mandated organization that's been around a few years. I started out as an alternate and am now a voting member. What we do is we plan for and protect the long-term viability of a safe, clean, and viable, really, water source for people, the environment, and for industry as well. You can see that there's just tons when it comes to the role of a council member that I think makes a difference when it comes to experience for a local elected position like county supervisor. You see, going about running for county supervisor wasn't just a decision on a whim. It was really mirroring my passion and my experience with what I think the region needs. And that's an important balance between jobs, housing, the environment. We've got tremendous homelessness issues. We've got tremendous challenges with COVID facing each and every one of us. I'm ready to jump in. My campaign pledges include eliminating homelessness by 2024. My campaign pledges include cutting in half the time it takes to permit projects in the region. It shouldn't be so hard to install a water heater or re-roof your house or even build an accessory dwelling unit. You know, a few things that I want to share that are important positions in the region. I've played a leadership role in recycled water through Pure Water Monterey, and I favor the expansion of Pure Water Monterey. This is recycled water. I don't favor the Cal-Am desal. I certainly don't favor any new roads construction through Fort Ord. And I want to share with people that it's going to be my policy to aid and grow affordable and more housing alongside a more diverse economy that benefits city centers. We've got a lot of opportunities here in Monterey County, tons, and problems that are not unsolvable. I'm ready to bring a fresh approach with a brand new perspective that, well, the Monterey Peninsula, the Salinas Valley's never seen. Energy, experience, and a great attitude towards solving problems. So I hope that you'll check out more about my website, my campaign via www.electmcshane.com. I welcome your comments. I appreciate you watching and hearing a little bit more about this election for county supervisor. We're 52 or 53 days away. And with your help and your support, we can get there. So thanks so much for watching. Very, very excited, and thank you.